the Republicans nominated President Hoover for a second term. Since Hoover was often wrongfully portrayed as the cause of the Great Depression, Americans decided to take a chance on someone new. In one of the largest landslides in U.S. history, Roosevelt defeated Hoover, carrying all but 6 of the nation's 48 states. Roosevelt, or FDR as he was commonly known, was the first Democratic president in 12 years. But that was only the first of many changes he was to bring to the American people.
So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
With those words spoken on his inauguration day in March 1933, Franklin D. Roosevelt sought to reassure a Depression-weary people. But FDR knew that words alone would have little positive effect. He would have to back up his speech with immediate action. Roosevelt felt that his election was a mandate by the American people. Not only had they elected him, but Democrats were also given a majority in Congress. FDR knew that he had the public support, and this was crucial during what came to be known as Roosevelt's 100 Days. Roosevelt was aware that the American banking system was on the verge of collapse, and that to prevent this, immediate reform was necessary. On his first full day in office, he called a special session of Congress to address the banking issue. FDR declared the following day a national holiday and temporarily closed all the banks in the country. Government officials inspected the banks, and those that were allowed to reopen were insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Since the federal government was now insuring their money, many Americans felt secure in depositing money into banks again. On March 12, 1933, Roosevelt gave the first of what came to be known as his fireside chats. Using the new and vastly popular radio medium, FDR spoke to the American people about the banking crises. He treated the public with respect and didn't spare them any of the details. By being so forthright, FDR gained the trust of many of his listeners. He pulled no punches in describing how bad things had gotten, but he also assured the public that together they would make it through. Roosevelt performed another highly symbolic act as he pushed for the end of Prohibition. Alcohol had been prohibited for over a decade, but FDR felt that lifting the ban would improve public morale. On April 7, 1933, a new low-alcohol beer went on sale. This act did exactly what FDR thought it would, and support for the president grew even further. Roosevelt sought a way to get the economy moving again. Hoover had thought that financially stimulating big business would help the American people since more jobs would become available. Hoover worked from the top of the economic pyramid down to the bottom. FDR differed in his viewpoint, feeling instead that financial help given to the American people would in turn help big business. Roosevelt pushed through a host of new legislation that would work from the bottom of the economic pyramid up to the top. Because these acts and administrations were referred to by initials, many people would come to refer to them as alphabet soup.